Hi everybody, this is Tina with SI2. It's time to get ready for the November steering team meeting, and this will cover your root cause, self-studies, and your surveys. This month you will be updating your root cause self-studies. I know sometimes this looks a little bit cumbersome, but that information that you're gleaning from what's going on in your school in all departments is extremely important to have. And so you'll be sure and want to spend some time on this. And it depends on items chosen under the SIP uses on your vision to action process page. So for example, depending upon, everyone of course picks Indiana rules and regulations. So we make sure that all of your Indiana rules and regs are being met through these self-studies when you give the answers. That's what's going on in your building. If you're a Title I school-wide or a Title I TAS school, then we also make sure that those questions are being captured as well. So be sure and look at these thoroughly and make sure that they say what you want them to say and that they are up to date. Schools in Update 3 will also conduct surveys this year. This is your big survey year for your staff, for parents, for students, and the community. There again, gleaning a lot of information that really helps you see what's going on in the minds and the hearts of your the folks that are keeping everything going. So it's just a good thing, and it's a good thing to keep spend some time on. So here's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be looking at the self-studies, and this is for all your schools. So Update 1, Update 2, Update 3. You're going to be looking at Section 3, and specifically Step 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so here again, based upon what you have chosen in your SIP uses, these will be reflected. If they're in grayscale, just ignore them because those aren't the ones that you're looking for. So all of you will see the SI2 self-study, and all of you will see the Indiana rules and regs. And then depending upon there again, if you're Title I school-wide or TAS, those will be highlighted as well. So I know you're thinking, why so many questions? And here again, we want to make sure that all of the information that the DOE is seeking for compliance with the Indiana Code and state and federal rules are covered so that there's nothing left out. And so all of these questions are taken from Indiana Code, from the DOE, and from Title I, state and federal. And then the self-studies are being created for schools needing to complete a CNA, an ATSI, or a CSI form for the IDOE. We don't have those on the site this year. We have no schools that need them this year. But if you do find that you do need this, please contact me and we will get you those questions. There is a definite usefulness beyond compliance with these questions. And there again, I know they look like compliance questions, and technically they are. But remember, you're building a really strong foundation of root cause evidence because the why is such a big part of analyzing student achievement. We can look at the numbers and that's fine, but those numbers are just there. But going that next step of saying, why are the numbers as they are? What is keeping student achievement from going? This is where you're going to get a tremendous amount of your evidence. So the Update 3 schools will send out surveys this year, and the Update 1 and 2 schools have the option. So remember, even though you're in Update 1 or 2, if you want to send out any or all of the surveys, if you just want to maybe throw it out to the parents, or if you want the community to respond, or just students, or just teachers, you can pick and choose. Those are always available. But Update 3 schools are the only ones that definitely need to do that this year. So the location for this is in Section 3, and these are obviously for the surveys. So in Step 8, you see that all students are surveyed, and remember, K2 has a paper pencil survey. If you have any questions about this or any concerns about this, just give me a call and we will come up with some ideas on how to take care of that if you don't feel that a paper pencil survey is going to work for you this year. Step 9, all your teachers are surveyed. Step 10, remember we want at least 30 parents surveyed if at all possible. The more you can get, the better data you have. So, really push it, getting it out there. And then also try to survey at least 30 community members. And so there again, sometimes that's more difficult, or it might surprisingly be less difficult than you think. If you can find anybody that has virtual meetings from community service groups or anybody else, let them attach the survey. Let your churches or your, all the different library organizations or whoever it is, if they have a monthly newsletter, let them attach your link to this survey. And then all of a sudden, you're going to get a much wider audience. The surveys are extremely easy to administer. Remember, with the exception of K2, they're all online. You'll be sending emails out to teachers, students, parents, and members of your community that will give them the link to the individual surveys, so they will know what all is involved in this. And it's certainly an encouraging email getting them to participate. So everyone will be using the link inspiresuccess.org/SI2 survey. That will take them to a special code. And so when you send out your all-call emails, like a lot of people will use like their Harmony systems, or you all have your ways that you take care of this. So when you send out your all-call to your parents to take this survey, what you'll want to include is this link and then the special code, which is on the information page, which here again, you'll be getting your newsletters in the mail the last week of October. And so everything is completely detailed in the November newsletter for all of the update schools. And this is in a step-by-step process, reminding you where all this is at in case you might have forgotten. So everything is covered here. So the link, the special code, and then when invitees go to the site and they enter that code, the survey will just automatically come up. Once all the surveys are given, and remember, you can constantly be checking on the surveys and how responsive people are being with these, and then you can always send a reminder email. We have all of that information there for you. But once the survey responses come in, remember they're constantly being compiled, and then you will have these really nice reports that are in Section 3, Step 12. And remember, it will be related to the different categories of the high achieving schools. So we'll have 7 different sets of reports. And then remember, it's also disaggregated into your SIP uses groups. So if you have your underperforming groups, actually it's in all of your groups. And so you will have one from parents, you will have one from any designation that is found on the survey. You can break that down as much as you want to. Some people just like to look at one big survey and all the responses. But that's the beauty of it. You can make it work however you want to. So here again, options are given for your survey analysis. We have grade level, we have subgroups, we have the root cause areas of study, which are your high achieving elements. You can look at it from a curriculum point of view, assessment, expectations, guidance, instruction, any of those categories, make them work for you. And then you can also include your self-study responses. So see all of that work that you have done initially, filling out all of those survey information or all of the self-study information for the root cause. Remember, you can click and you can tie this in with it, and it will align itself with these different areas of study. So it won't be just a ragtag bunch of responses. It's all very nice and neat and categorized so that you can see exactly what's going on and the strength or the weakness of where you are at right now in regard to your students, your parents, your teachers, and your community. Busy month, and if you have any questions, be sure and give me a call at 317-207-0246 or tina@inspiresuccess.org. Never hesitate to call, never hesitate to ask a question. And I'm here, happy to help, and good luck to you for the month of November.